All right, guys. So what we've decided to do is, in a sense, test, screen some of our athletes, our kids here, to get a better sense of just how they move, some of their movement patterns, which should help us as coaches, as parents, as kids and athletes, just be a little bit more of their movements on the field, on the pitch, and give them just some activities that they're going to be able to work on to make their movement patterns a little bit more efficient. You know, soccer's a game that it's a fitness sport. It is a sport that requires us to have some speed and power. So when you add in all these side-to-side movements and change of direction, we need to make sure that our body is prepared to handle all of those different demands that the sport requires. The screen that we put the kids through is a modified version of what we call the functional movement screen. The full version has 7 tests. For time reasons and because of the number of kids, we decided to highlight 3 of those activities just to give us that quick little insight on their natural movement patterns, so that we can now give feedback to the coaches and you parents on some drills that you guys can do with the kids to help them improve over time. So the first one that we did is what we call a deep squat. For the deep squat, our feet are about shoulder width. The stick, we've got elbows at 90. We're pressing, locking our arms out. From here, all we're looking for is to see how deep into our hips our kids are able to sit. What we're looking for is what this bar is doing. Does it come forward? Does it stay up? Does it rotate at all? We're looking at their hips. As they come down, do they have a tendency to shift from side to side? Another big one that we're going to look at is the knees. A big common thing that you're going to see is those knees wanting to cave in, or those feet wanting to turn in and out. From this, what we're really looking to assess in a sense is some stability issues, some mobility issues. This will tie into our explosiveness, our first step quickness. This will tie into our ability to decelerate, change direction. It'll tie into when we have to jump, go up for those headers on the pitch here. So from that, the next one we're going to look at is what we call a hurdle step. Now the hurdle step is going to be more looking at our balance. It's going to tie into our running mechanics. So for that one, what we had the kids do, just resting the bar on their shoulders, they were stepping up to the rope here, nice and controlled. All we were looking for is their ability to come up and over, bring that leg back. We're looking at both sides, up and over, coming back. Once again, we're getting an idea of, do their hips rotate or tilt up and down? When they come over, do they have a tendency of shifting side to side? And when they naturally bring their leg over, do they have to swing it out or swing it in? Once again, we're looking at kind of some hip mobility here, single leg balance and stability, but really what this kind of ties into is when we're running, just that cadence and cycle when they're making those 40, 50, 60-yard runs down the pitch. The third test was an inline lunge. So for this one, if we did it the right way, we would use the stick. For this modified version, for timing reasons, we went without, hands behind the head. Basically, one foot directly in front of the other, and all we're looking for is their ability to drop straight down and up. All right, so can they sit into their hip? Can they, once again, look at their balance, their stability? What are their tendencies with those legs? Is their first movement to drive that leg forward? Are they, once again, caving in and out? Are they able to control those hips? We do both sides with that one, dropping in and out. Once again, that's going to tie into some of our running, a little bit more specifically, probably now our sprinting, so those first 5, 10, 15 yards as we get going in and out of those cuts. From those 3 tests, like I said, we score them. From those scores, in a sense, we're going to try to give you guys some feedback and some drills that now you guys can do to help improve that movement efficiency, that quality, so that over time we're forming pretty good habits and patterns that the kids are going to take with them as they get to higher and higher ages, higher and higher levels of the sport.